for me, I had to see myself in other ways, more ways than human, to be able to love humans the way that I do. I think that coming from the singular human, recent human history perspective, it would be very, 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 very challenging to love humanity that close up or this close up. So stepping outside of it, stepping out as even imagining the perspective of the earth, with all the creatures and all the elements and all the species and all the, all the things that's living on earth, and how earth would view humans. It wouldn't be the same way that we view each other. And earth is really old. So anyways, I was just thinking about, when I talk about love, sometimes it's philosophy, sometimes it's very innocent and very esoteric, and it's an inner standing. It's a really inner knowing. It's hard to verbalize. It just, I'm not only talking about the emotion, I'm talking about the energy. I'm also talking about the powerful tool of creation. Love is so many things, so many wonderful things, and I'm still discovering. But yeah, what I just picked this up to say was just that I'm always thinking about how to be better. How to be better than I am, or better than I was. It's not a competition either. My whole body just relaxed. It's never been a competition with anybody else at all. It's just like, yo, I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to be myself and see who you are, and let's see what we can do. But for my own self, it's just been, it's a nice night. I've been listening to these prayers in Latin, Hebrew, and Spanish, French, and German. The Our Father, who art in heaven one, and Ave Maria, I think. Mother Mary of God. There's a part of this as the fruit of your womb, Jesus. So I've been listening to that, and it has English. It's about 40 minutes, and it has a couple of sections with English. But I've been listening to that, and it's put me in this prayerful mood. It's also the sun's going down, or we're turning away from the sun. And so it's really, really gorgeous out. In the camera right now, it's a lot brighter than it is when I'm looking out in my eyes. It's more of a darker blue. So it's really interesting. And I don't have the orange glasses on. They're in my bike bag. I guess I just started feeling a little lonely, but not. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, singular. I keep feeling singular. And that I should enjoy this time. And I'm feeling new. And yeah, I'm just feeling that expansiveness. I'm feeling, because I've been hurt so much by people and relationships that I've grown from, and that I've matured from, and that's the gratitude I have, that I am who I am because of these relationships. So I learned a lot, and there was a lot of love, and there still is, because there was, but there's just been this, the more I've understood, the more I've been aware of people's hearts and people's motives and people's immaturity, people's cruelty, cowardice, shifting of narrative to untruth. Yeah, there's just so much. So I've been dealing with that, and at the same time, as I process something, or as I transmute something, or as I'm getting to the next level of transmuting it, because some things are really big and have to be done in like chunks or sections for me anyways. But once I get to a certain point, I can let go and be new. I can start again. I can die to what I didn't know, or what now I've healed and sealed as something that I not only had thought about, had heard other people experience, but I've experienced it, and I've been able to grow in love from it. So that's, I think that there's a thing that people will say, like, there are certain people that it seems no matter what they level up, like, whatever my finances are right now, my spirit is rich. I have what I wish other people had, is this ability to bounce back fast to this equilibrium and this peace and this love and this feeling of goodness. Like, I can express it like this in the videos and stuff because it's just me and a camera, and it's me and a future audience, right? But nobody's around. It's hard to, how can I be this way with other people? Can I be this way? I know I could be this way with one person, because I used to do my one-on-one thing, right? But not to this extent of, especially in person. There's so much emotion, there's so much passion, and this is still holding back because I'm talking. Without talking, it's pure energy, and it's just it's more pure, it's more beautiful, and it's easier. But even to express that in a room full of people, I'm nervous about, because it gets interpreted in all these ways that isn't quite the truth, but it's only because it's the first time other people are interacting with my energy. I'm with my energy, right? I know my energy. I feel it. I'm very aware of when it shifts. I'm very aware of the musicality of it. I'm very aware of the fluctuations. I'm very aware where it is on a scale. At any given time, I'm a master of my own energy. And I've realized that I have an impact on my environment, and because I was always trying to blend in with my environment, harmonize my environment, I was always stepping out of myself. I was always kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I was being blendy instead of holding my own and letting things just be. I'm in the mix no matter what, so I might as well just be, right? Be whatever I am, whenever I am, however I am, and know that I swing towards peace. I do swing towards joy. I swing towards playfulness. I swing towards curiosity. I swing towards new experiences, true love, greater love, a deeper love, a lighter love, that's sexy to me. That's really, and so so basically the whole human thing, to be able to sometimes, because I feel like my spirit feels so like a bird, like a hummingbird. Like I feel fast and slow, and I feel like I slow down. Hummingbirds, when you can see them and they like kind of stop in front of you, that's them saying, yo, see me? Like, I'm seeing you, it's like, it's making that contact, and I like that hummingbird spirit. That's how I feel. And like an eagle, and like birds, just like birds are my people. Like birds, I like that freedom of being able to see things from a higher perspective, being able to even still get down on the ground, and be in the water, like just have different perspectives, and I don't know much about birds except from what I see, or what I imagine. But sometimes I just want to be something other than human, because I find it painful unnecessarily at this point, because I know it's an illusion, but I find it, and I think I find it that way because this is the issue. I'm a painter. I paint with all the colors. I paint with colors that I don't even know. Like, these are just, I'm using what is available to me, right? And what I can see and what I can feel and what it gets expressed through me. So I love colors, and I love sounds, and I love learning and mixing everything that I've been thinking and learning onto a canvas or onto a piece of paper or onto, music, onto new ideas, it's... And I know all this comes through me being human, or in a human vessel, or living a human experience, being in the world but not of the world, and respecting that this is what is. So I've been trying to love people like I used to love people before 2020. I was so in love, and then I just died. And a lot of my lifetimes came to an end, and I got to see my reviews. I got to see my lifetime reviews. I got to see what I did and what other people did and what the earth is going through. And then it's bigger than that now. It's past the earth stars, past this galaxy. It's bigger than that. But I'm talking earth stuff right now because it's easier. And for me right now, it's the same because I'm here, right? I have this perspective of many perspectives, and I'm trying not to be pissy about, like, why am I here? What am I doing here? Why am I, maybe I'm just here to do this, to live well and to tell stories, to share, to entertain. Hopefully this is entertaining, to enlighten, or just to put to sleep. Maybe, somebody might be listening to this and just going to sleep and having good dreams, like, who knows, but it's also a way of connecting. It's a way of feeling connected even though I'm alone. So it makes me feel like connected through time. It makes me feel, my heart just feels expanded. It just expanded right now. It just makes me feel a part of everything, a part of each other, without being really intrusive. I don't know how to describe it. It's like this cool little fucking connection that feels good, and it's not trying to. Oh man, that's what I was thinking about earlier. I was thinking about something about control, and just how boring it and horrible it would seem to want to control anybody else. Like, it's really, I've been thinking about people who have slaves, slaves who don't want to be slaves, specifically, crimes against humanity, right? Slavery, right? I'm thinking about, like, why. I mean, the most challenging thing that I've ever experienced is trying to develop self-control. And that's what I mean, lifetimes. It did not just happen in these 45 years. I'm very, 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 very blessed to have experienced so much in such a short time frame. But I've had many lifetimes that were able to aid this lifetime. Even though this lifetime had a lot of, forgetfulness, amnesia, veil. It's still the heart. This is the same heart, and that's one of the reasons why I can also speak the way that I'm speaking is that I feel like I owe my heart, I owe my love, I owe my time, the energy that I feel, the energy that I create with, the energy that I feel like I was created with. It's so fascinating to me, and I just want to share it. And this is how I'm sharing it right now, because this is the only way that I can, in a way that is physical and that connects with others. Otherwise, it's just kind of me thinking and dreaming and writing and painting, and it's such a private, beautiful inner thing, and it's just like, dang, yo, I want to share this. So this is the closest that I get, and that's why I honor. That's what I want. That's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to honor humans and humanity in a heart space that I was in before, with the knowledge that I have now, with the healing that I've been doing, the reconciliations within my own heart space, the grace that I easily give others, the chance after chance after chance after chance. And I can actually, extend that to myself, that same grace. That, I'm not trying to, but I know myself, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to trip nobody up. I'm living my liberation and sharing that with who I can, with what I can, with when I can. And it's going to expand. It expands and expands and expands. And I don't know what's going to happen in future. I just know right now, I'm looking over the water. It's still really bright on the camera. It's darker with my natural eyes. It's like a kind of darker blue right now. So it's really interesting. But the vision is so different. But the wind is blowing. I feel like it's about 78 degrees, which is perfect. It feels good. It's the best that I felt all day. I really like nighttime. The curfew at the shelter on the weekends is 10 o'clock, so it's not 10 o'clock yet. I think it's almost 9 o'clock. And I usually am not out late. And when I wasn't at the shelter, like last year, because I had a little over a year of housing, I just, I went back to what I always do, is like I leave the house when I want to. I go out at all times of the night and day, and usually night. I love night. It makes me feel so happy and relaxed, and I love the quietness, and I haven't got to really experience that here so much. I've been on a different schedule, so I'm out pretty much all day, and then I'm in for the hours that I'm there to sleep, and then shower, and I'm looking forward to having my own place where I could choose my natural rhythm of what's best for my body, and what's best for my mind, what's best for my health, what's best for my creativity, what's best for my, for me. And just, I want to be in my own natural flow within every aspect of my life, not just when I'm going out and being in nature and walking and riding my bike like I've been doing. I want to be able to come to my home, my inside sanctuary, and have this same freedom of feeling, and this goodness and this renewal. I'm grateful to have the roof over my head. I'm grateful to have the bunk. I'm grateful to have the ability to shower, and I'm grateful to have some things around me. I'm grateful to have Pooh, my Pooh Bear with me, my Hawaiian lays. Everybody can decorate their little space the way they can, and have my rooms in bed with me, or like right at the headboard. One of my Osa littles is with me. Hand sanitizer for sure. But yeah, I'm looking at my life. I'm thankful. So in general, I do 5 things I'm thankful for, grateful for every day, and they're usually like bigger things, or it will be like somebody was nice to me at the supermarket, or I met someone. It's things like that. But now I'm just doing it more micro. Like, I'm thankful for being able to speak. I'm thankful for my face. I'm thankful for my ears. I'm thankful for my senses. I'm thankful for this rock. I'm thankful for the ocean. I'm thankful for water, the lake, the sky. I'm thankful for my heartbeat. I'm thankful, so it's like that's what's going on now, because I was feeling like basically I needed to renew and step up my gratitude game, because gratitude is if I had a religion, that's what it would be. And it's an automatic thing. It's always there, but I needed to be more conscious. And so I've been really, that's been my prayer going on in my head all day. It has just been when I can think of it. And also I'm practicing my breathing, my pranayama. So when people, I guess sometimes people will ask, what do you do when you go out? Like, people are curious about what I do. This is what I do. I think, and then sometimes I'll pick up the video camera and record, or I'll pick up an audio camera, or I'll write something down, or I'll put it in my notes, my iNotes. I'll type it up, but I'll have observations, and I'll have thoughts, and I'll write like snippets of songs, or a little bit of my autobiography. I'll spend on ideas that I had the day before or time before, and I'll link things together. It's a creative weaving together of a life. And this is sort of like, it's meta, but it's just sort of behind the scenes. As these things are being created, I'm creating this too. So it's sort of a double thing. So like, basically, there are projects when they come out, I'll have these videos will have already been published years before. I'll have the notes that I was making at the same time as these, right? And how they linked up, and then what has become of them. How did it grow? Where did it come from? So it feels really meta, and I'm like, I'm good for it. I'm good for it, because I've already done some. Anyways, so I would say thanks for listening. I didn't know I was gonna say all this, but basically I'm feeling more in love with human beings again, having stepped out of it in viewpoint, having gotten out of the human perspective and the hurt feelings and the anger of what not only we've done to each other, but what we've done to our planet, and just how gross we've been. That's the worst of it. But there's so much good, and that's where I'm focused. That's where I swing to. There's so much good. There's so much good, and there's so much good that's growing from the good. It's just love wins, love won, love wins, love won, love wins, love wins, love wins. So that's the energy that I know, and that's the energy that I build with, and that's the energy that I share, when I can. Sometimes I don't get to verbalize it this way, and sometimes it takes a long time just to get to this point. So thanks for hanging in there with me. And I'm wishing whoever is listening to this at this time a happy moment. And I'm sending you hugs. Alright. Peace.